Chris Webber, one of the founding fathers of the Fab Five.
Yeah, hey, C-Web, now, the Fab Five. Tell me the first time you met all of them. Tell me what it was like when you met all these guys.
Well, I knew Jalen since I was 12 years old. I played in AAU with him, and Jalen lived down the street from me. And Juwan, I met Juwan at Nike camp when we were like 16, and I remember thinking he was so much older than me because he looked the same way he does now. And so I knew those two, and actually in high school, after high school, they came to Detroit and we played, and I went up there and we played AAU in Chicago. But the first day I met everybody, we were in the dorm room, and we went outside the dorm where, you know, the first day before school, and we're just hanging out. You have music, playing in the dorms, everybody's outside packing. And from the way I remember it, we just started playing ball right there, pickup game right there in front of the dorms and everything. And I remember just throwing oops and seeing Ray and Jimmy jump and being like, man, this is going to be something else. But it wasn't until after our first couple days of practice, me and Jalen sat in the room and we saw a schedule. And we was like, let's go through the schedule. We're going to win this one. We might lose this one. We might lose this one. At the end of the day, we saw we might lose 4 games. And we was like, you think we could be this good? Jay was like, yeah, we could be this nice. And we believed we could, but we really didn't know it like we know it right now.
Nice. Now, speaking of Jalen, you know, as you know, we're very close to him on the show. He comes on all the time. Give us a good Jalen Rose story, man, that nobody's heard before. Something you can share with us on TV, man.
It's funny because, see, Jalen was always like the leader and the clown in the group, you know what I mean? And so he always had the good balance of being silly but being ready. I remember Jalen, I used to go to his house and...
Wait, say it like Jalen would say it. You almost just did it. Talk with your teeth.
First of all,
talk without your mouth open.
First of all, you really want something?
Yeah.
My mother calls me all the time when I do interviews. I have a terrible habit. When I was younger, me and Jalen used to sit in class and go, JJ, man, listen, man, you know they over there doing this. And Jay and I used to do this walking up down the street. I do this in interviews now. Somebody interview me, I'll be like, well, you just, you know. And then I see Jalen, and he do the same thing, and I know that that's, you know, but. So that, hey, Jay, you see he brought it up. I ain't thinking about it. But I used to go to Jalen's house, and you know.
Wow. I'm glad you didn't talk about
Hey, so it's the setup. It's the setup. And my landlord, we used to talk like, you know, we used to talk to each other so nobody really knew what we were saying in the games and everything. What up, Jay?
What's up now? We used to call that pig Latin.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you was going to tell them the story about me lining up my shoes in my room.
I was just about, they didn't even let me, that's what I was just about to say. I used to go to Jalen's house, and Jalen was like, we used to call it like have to stay fresh. So back then it was Adidas was the big thing, like Patrick Ewing Adidas conductors, the forms, you know, you from New York. Jalen would sit here with a toothbrush, and we would talk, and he'd be like, yeah, so what you doing today, dog? What you want to go do? You want to play some basketball? I'd be like, yeah. And he got all his shoes, like 50 pair of shoes, old beat-up shoes, holes in them, but they clean as I don't know what. Take the white shoe polish, everything. So Jay used to be fresh up there in the attic.
Oh, no doubt. Put them in the washing machine and all of that good stuff.
You know?
Hey, Chris, when's the last time the Fab Five were all together?
Last time we was all together, when was that, Jay? Last summer? Summer before last?
We like to get together on the record and off the record. So on the record, we were together at Jalen's celebrity game in Chicago. Off the record,
it's off the record. Off the record.
So Jalen, you know, Chris got to fire a story away. You don't have one.
Oh yeah, no. Ask him because I got one on hold. I got one in the clip. I got one in the clip, Jay.
I got. You know, like he said, we've been friends since we were 12, so we got G stories, PG stories, R stories, X stories, rated X stories.
PG-13.
So I'm going to give you one like a PG-13. We were having a draft party. No, we were actually in high school. We were having a party at the Renaissance Center. We had just got finished playing the Soviet Union that weekend, the Fab Five.
My father watched, you know he's still mad at us.
So, you know, we thinking we're going to have a party and no parents will find out about it. We're going to have the females. We're going to have a good time. We rented out the room, whatever. So we in there party. I'm kind of folded over because I couldn't handle my drink back then or whatever. You know, I was walking around with my dark shades on, me and my guy Mike Ham, rest in peace. And so we was just up there partying, having a good time or whatever. We turn around. And Chris' father shows up at the party.
I run.
And I ain't gonna lie. You know, when people haven't seen Chris's father, he likes 6'6", in shape, big, strong diesel. It's really one of the first days I was happy that I didn't grow up with a dad in my house. Because Chris had to leave the party, and I was able to stay.
I remember my father, like, getting near the mic, and everybody was like, whatever, and kept dancing. And that's when I just started running. I remember him screaming your name, my name. And, oh, dog, that was all cold. That was all cold. Or the time, what about the time we were late for, like, a practice or autograph signing, and your mom got mad and almost smacked us when we was messing with the video game?
Exactly.
For PlayStation? Yeah, your mom and my parents almost killed us a few times.
Yeah, we got a lot of PlayStation stories, Sega, Nintendo. You know, we go back with the video games,
You know what?
NBA Live, John Madden football.
Jay, I was thinking the reason why we got on the game, remember I used to throw up before games in Michigan. You remember that?
But I got
school.
a good story for y'all, too. We were actually late for the draft in 1993 when Chris Webber was the #1 pick because we was playing John Madden football in his condo. We was late for the draft.
And about to fight, too, over who really won the game.
But you got to understand, one of your best friend, he about to get drafted, get a $75 million contract. You know, I'm trying to play on credit early. That's why you see when he got drafted, I stood up before his mother and father did. I was like, congratulations.
Hey, who was better, by the way, at the video games?
Jalen.
Me.
We both gonna say each other. We've been playing for so long. We was playing with Joe Montana.
I think Dibs can bust both y'all though.
We gotta get it on.
Nah, he couldn't handle my Audible package.
Oh my God.
I'll play anytime.
I'll get you an MLB too,
I do
though.
the Call of Duty online.
I'll get you in baseball too, or the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Challenge. You play black yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, black's good. Yeah.
God, don't y'all read books?
I'm sitting up here with 12.
Don't they read books? All right, listen, you guys had the name. You guys, Fab Five, but from what I understand, you didn't want that name. It was almost something else. What was the name?
It was 5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
Actually, all right, now here we go. I want to show you a great little clip you will enjoy, guys.
That's 5 times. No Fab 5.
All of us brothers.
No Fab
All
5.
of us brothers. We had that
No
relationship.
Fabulous 5.
Let's go, yo.
None of that.
5 times.
None of that #1, all that. We just 5 times. Just some chilling.
Let's go.
We know.
We gonna get pumped.
What up, Detroit?
What's up, Detroit? Hey, I know I need a fade, but you know how we
Can't get a haircut every
can't
day.
get a fade every day.
Jay, what were we thinking about, man? What the hell were we thinking about?
You didn't need just a new fade. You needed some new teeth, too, man.
Exactly. Hey, but you know, it's kind of like this. I grew up a Reggie Miller fan, and I grew up a Too Short fan. When Too Short started selling records, he got his teeth fixed. Reggie played 17 years, didn't get his fixed. So I figured once I walked across the draft stage, you got to see the pearly white Magic Johnson style. You know what I mean?
Chris, who looks better now, though,
And John
Jalen or
Sally,
you?
I got to ask Chris Webber a question since you're on the show, Chris. What was that shoe John Sally was actually wearing when we was at J-Zoo in his basketball
Avia
camp?
Spiders.
It wasn't Avia.
Osaga.
Avias.
Osaga.
Osaga with the Spider-Man story?
Yeah.
But you wore Avias too?
for
I
all
did. I
you
wore
kids-
Avias, yeah.
for all of you-
the-
For all you computer literate kids out there in 2006, I want you to goggle Osaga.
Goggle?
Google it. Google Osaga. That was John Sally's shoe.
I still got
Yeah, and it was like orange and yellow.
No, they were red, white, and blue,
yeah.
and I thought they were hot, and then I realized they weren't. Oh, my God.
All right, guys. Jalen, hold tight. Everybody at home, go goggle that kind of shoe that Jalen's talking about. And we got much more with 2/5 of the Fab Five talking about their days in Ann Arbor. Hold tight, okay? Yeah, we're back with Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. All I can tell you is you want my job, you're going to be taking a massive pay cut. It's that simple, but welcome to it if you want it.
You got to ask your colleagues about that one.
Yeah, you make all the money, Jalen. You get the good assignments on them road trips. Now, I went to SC, man, and campus life at SC was really good. But you guys were literally like rock stars at Michigan, man. What was that like?
You know what? That's a great question. It was the best time of my life. You know, people want to assume that I was a millionaire in college or for whatever that's been accused and lied about. And the best thing about Michigan was that we were there and we got in trouble for saving pizza cards. You get a pizza card every day for 5 days, and but you can't save them. So me and Jalen would eat the same pizza, save them so next week we could have like 15 pizza cards. And what I mean by this, it was the best because it was something where we didn't go anywhere without each other. We used to go to the frat houses. We used to go to everything from AKA parties to the white frat house to the Jewish frat house, playing baseball, beer in the bottom of the floor, you know, just mud parties, football games. You know, I mean, it was college. It was college. That's why with kids, you know, one thing I didn't want to happen was for kids to be like, Chris, look, they did you like this. We're not going to go to college. And I didn't want that to happen because college really is the best memories and the best experience I had. It was the last time I can remember what it was like for someone to be genuine. It was the last time I can say everybody didn't have an ulterior motive. It was the last time, like, when we were down in UCLA by 20 in the playoffs, by 20 at halftime, Jalen came in and Juwan said something. I might have cried. Coach Fisher ain't say nothing, and we walked right back out on the court. You know what I mean? Like, people think it was this big facade. Yeah, we acted tough and we had a lot of fun, but I don't think people realize the sincerity. You know, going home from the bus on the timeout, you know, Jalen sitting with my mama when I was crying. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a crazy dynamic. I'm crying, I call it timeout, he's sitting with my mother, or him telling me to go to the NBA, or other things like that. So college is like the last time that I could say, oh, okay, that's the last time sincerity was.
Wow. Jalen?
Wow. And it was the last time we probably all piled into a forward tempo, like Riley used to allow us to do.
No, we did that after, Jay. We did that. We did that to the drown party. 30 deep in the truck.
Or my green Dodge Shadow.
I told him the story.
Roll down the back seat and had a component speaker in the back.
Jalen had a green Dodge Shadow that had no back seat because all it had was speakers in the back that one of his boys hooked up that probably was going to cause the car to catch on fire. And all we used to listen to was Scarface back then.
Hey, Jalen and Chris, before we get out of here, is there a part of you that wishes you guys could have played 4 years at Ann Arbor? I mean, do you guys still think about that?
Well, it's a part of me personally just feel like we should have won a national championship. Our freshman year, I feel like Duke was a better team. They were veterans. They had All-Americans, and they just beat us. I felt like we were a better team than Carolina. That's probably the only thing I regret.
Wait, time out. Chris,
No.
Chris's turn.
But other than that, it is what it is. And, you know, the good, bad, and indifferent, we can't trade anything how it happened because it was meant to be.
Hey, you don't even see him over here killing me, Jay. You're going to say time out, Chris. No, but I feel the same.
That's what John Sally was wearing, some real tight shorts. I mean, they barely made it to the thighs. I'm talking about you didn't want to fall down and open your legs the wrong way because it might become parental advisory.
Actually, yeah, he was, actually, he didn't even wear the shorts. He just wore the tights up under.
Hey, listen, I hate to cut this short, guys, but Jalen, we appreciate you sneaking up on C-Web and saying hello. We will see you next week on Best Damn in Las Vegas.
Thank you very much. I'll see you soon, C-Web.
Very good.
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye to Chris real quickly, Jalen? You want to say?
Bye, Macy Edward, Christopher Webber.
Bye, Jalen Anthony Rose.
Sooner than soon.
Bye, Jalen Anthony Rose.
You know what I mean?
That's nice.
I'm about to drive up the live freeway and ride past your old neighborhood and give you a shot.
Hey, give me some Coney Island. Give me the Coney dog with everything on it.
Absolutely. Don't come across 8 Mile, John Sally.
Yeah.
All right. Jalen Rose, everybody. Now, Chris, this was your Best Damn debut. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much for dropping by. Next time you can bring Jimmy and Ray and Juwan.
Bet.
We'll get all 5.
Hey, man, thank y'all for having me, man. Y'all got to get everybody on the show. Thank y'all.
Go see C-Web. Bada bling, okay? Next weekend in Las Vegas. Hard because there is a nice little practice going on in Las Vegas, right?
Team USA.